Good evening, gentlemen. It's Monday. So for as long as I can remember, I have loved video games. Even when I was 5 years old and I wasn't allowed to have any in the house, I still would go over to my friend's house and play Pokemon on their Game Boy or Lego Star Wars 2 on the PS2 at my friend's house. And eventually I got my own PS2. Well, the family did. It wasn't mine. And then we got a Wii. And those were both fantastic, and I played the heck out of those. My favorite was probably Lego Star Wars 2 and Star Wars Battlefront 2. Both on the PlayStation 2. Those were phenomenal games. And then Minecraft came along, and that was another fantastic game that I sunk way too many hours in. But Minecraft was a little bit different for a few reasons, one of which was because it had command blocks. And with command blocks, you could basically write code in the game, and you could do a bunch of different things with that, and a lot of people made adventure maps with that, which I played a bunch of, and I loved so many of them. There were so many just humongous, fantastic games within a game. And I started tinkering around with them, and I started making my own. Now, none of them were that good or that big. I didn't actually completely finish or release any of them. The last one that I had been working on was pretty good. I liked it a lot, and I think it would have been pretty cool, except when I was a little more than halfway done with it, Minecraft got an update that changed how command blocks worked, and it completely broke everything that I had worked on, and none of it was salvageable, basically. So that was the end of my Minecraft command blocking, and haven't gone back, and I don't plan to, because it's different than it used to be, and I don't like change, so I'm not going back. Anyway, I've had Unity installed on my computer for the last year or so, and I've never touched it. I've always said one day I'll go in there and I'll learn Unity and C#, but I never have, until this last week. I spent a couple hours a day in Unity for the past week, and I've learned a heck of a lot. I have been super frustrated. I have been incredibly annoyed by stupid little things. I've been confused. But the best thing about that is when I finally figured something out. Like the simplest little thing. I got my character, not my character itself, but the character icon, so what you see as the character, to turn around. Like, I could make the character go back and forth, no problem, but it would only, the actual character that you see would only be facing to the right, and I got it to flip around to the left when you move to the left. And I had been watching tutorials for hours and hours on how to do that, and none of them were working for me. Probably because my code was pretty hobbled together, because I'm new and I don't really know what I'm doing, so I couldn't get any of their examples to work with what I had already made. So after about 2 hours of trying to implement this, I was about to give up, and then I got this idea, and I completely rewrote the code to make it flip around in my own way, and it worked. Now, is it the best way to do it? Definitely not. If I were to ever want to release this game, which I don't want to, it's my first game, it's trash, but if I did ever want to, I would basically have to rewrite all the code. Finding a solution to a problem that was my own. It was so great. I can't explain to you how ecstatic it made me. Finding out other problems, making solutions up by myself has been absolutely fantastic. I'm still not very good, and there's still a lot of problems that I can't solve, so I've been watching a lot of YouTube tutorials and reading about C# as well, which has been great. I don't have very much yet, because I've only been working on it for about a week, and I'm probably only going to work on this one for another week or two. There's just a couple other things that I want to implement. There's a lot that I could do with Unity. Unity is obviously good for C# in form of game making, as well as there's a ton of other like UI and UX and web design that you can do with Unity. I can do a bunch of different stuff with Unity if I so desire. So, good skill to learn, and it's been a ton of fun figuring things out. Anyway, I will see you guys very soon. Bye.